I've always looked at in the outside like a very secure person. I feel like
Mm,
we tend to mask some things that we sometimes don't feel that much in the inside, but we
for
tend to
sure.
mask. So I had to match that, and sometimes you start by your image. So
Yeah.
if you have to look the part, to play the part, then
Yeah.
maybe that's what you need to do just to start.
Welcome to Mindset Mastery with Julissa Edwards, the podcast dedicated to helping high performers unlock their true potential and cultivate a powerful mindset for success. I'm your host, Julissa Edwards, a mindset coach and advocate for healthy high performance. Join me on this transformative journey as we delve into strategies, insights, and inspiring conversations with experts and thriving high performers. Get ready to master your mindset, elevate your performance, and create a life of purpose and fulfillment. Let's dive in. Hello, and welcome back to another episode on Mindset Mastery interview style. Today, we have the pleasure of interviewing Yvonne. Yvonne is an image consultant dedicated to refining your style, enhance your personal brand, and boost your confidence. With a bachelor's degree in communications and as a certified image consultant, Yvonne has always considered herself a creative professional with a keen eye for detail and a passion for transformation. This has positioned her as an expert in color analysis and personal branding. You guys, I've had the pleasure of getting my own color analysis with Yvonne, getting to know her as a dear friend and colleague and entrepreneur. She is amazing at what she does, and she really has a bigger mission here with her service, with her brand, and we get into it on the show, and it's all about you know feeling better on the inside to then look better on the outside. There's so much mental health and psychology incorporated in what she does in her business, and I think it's phenomenal what she does. Take a listen. She gives us some great pointers at the end of like how you can just tweak some things here and there in your wardrobe to begin feeling better in your own skin and honestly just having a happier life. So without further ado, um, enjoy the show. I hope you guys love this episode. For those that don't know, Yvonne and I met at the blocks. We are like besties now. We are now entrepreneurial friends, and we have a beautiful friend group that we're just keeping each other motivated and on track and all the things. And Yvonne, you have such a special story that I love. I would love for you to share and so that we can get into. I'm going to start with the first question, girly. So, can you give me a brief
Yes.
overview of your journey as an image consultant, how you focus on refining style, enhancing people's personal brands, such a big important pillar in people's businesses, and boosting their confidence? Like, how did you get into that? What exactly is that? Can you give us more information on that?
Of course, yes. So first of all, thank you for having me. I'm so excited. As you said, like it's been a great journey to get to meet you all. We really had a great friendship and we support each other to our entrepreneurship journey. So I'm so excited about being here.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I feel like my journey is being like very I don't know how to say it, but it's been like up and down, like we always do. But I studied communications. That was my bachelor's degree, and I
Mhm.
always have an interest on image and like communications and how nonverbal communications work. So when I had the opportunity after a long time of working in different things, because I did different things before I finally decided to do my image consultant certification. um, I was a stay-at-home mom for a long time, so I feel like that also gave me another perspective on life.
Mm,
And then when I decided this after many years of having my career and doing many things, um, like something told me like this is your moment, you need to do it, and if it's not now, when? So I
mm,
started doing my certification online. I discovered that I love color analysis and I focus on that, and I just started like practicing more and more and every time, and that's how I got better at it. And now I'm like starting my business officially. I'm so excited because I'm offering a ranch of services that I never thought I would be able to do, and I'm so excited.
yeah. Can you tell me, let's talk about the motherhood thing into business. So that's really, really big because I have a lot of mamas that listen on the podcast as well that are maybe looking to be entrepreneurs or doing something else, with their time if they wish. So I would imagine, us two being mamas, like we get like, when you're thrown into motherhood, sometimes, at least for me, you can tell me if your experience was different. Image isn't always at the top of our concern because we're focused on, like, taking care of our little ones and doing all the things. And so I wonder how that experience maybe led you
Yeah.
to fall more in love with what you do now, and what's the story there?
Yes. So basically, the mission of my company started because I wanted to bring confidence back to people, especially to women, because I can relate to that. As being a mom, a stay-at-home mom for a long time, and trying to go back to the workforce, it's always hard. To find that place again for any woman, but especially after being a mom,
Yeah.
it's hard.
Mhm.
So I had to find confidence in myself too to be able to help others, and I started from a very low point. I went to a depression phase, honestly, and I had to search for help.
Mm.
I had therapy. I went through a lot of things that got me in the right place. And then when I needed to find purpose, and I really knew that that was my thing. Like I was happy as a mom, and I really think that I'm a good mom, and I enjoy my kids and my family. It's one of my favorite things. But I was missing
Yep.
something. I was missing
Mhm.
that piece of me that I'm like, I'm a mom, but I'm also Yvonne. I'm also a person. I also have goals, and so I needed to find my purpose, and that was one of the things that I work on therapy. Like, what is your purpose now? And then I went back to what I wanted to do at the beginning, and maybe I forgot about it because once you're raising kids, that's all you care about, and you forget
Mhm.
a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely.
So I went back to that, and that's when I was like, I discovered that I wanted to do image, and I wanted to work with that, and I wanted to help women especially, and that's how I found my
Mm.
way. And now I can say that I still work on my mental health. Like it's not like I just did it and it's fine. No, I have good days and bad days. I have bad days where I'm like, am I really enough to do this? Um, am I capable to be a mom and also an entrepreneur and also do this? Because I right now I'm in the process of me doing everything at my business too.
Yeah.
So it's a lot.
Mhm.
But I think that those are my heroes. The hardworking woman who is trying to balance work and your family and your life and everything. Like that's my hero. So that's what the people that I want to work for.
Yeah, I'm thinking, obviously, this is your business and you're going to take it however you wish, but I'm thinking that like mothers would be a really good, I know like for me, it would be fantastic. Like I am just
Yeah.
my son is almost 3, so I'm just 3 years postpartum, I have a daughter who
Hmm.
is a year and a half, so I'm still going like figuring out this new body that I'm in, trying to get myself in a good space where like I am like actively working out and just working on loving myself in this new body that I'm in. And like, yes, I want to, better my habits and all of that, but also just showing myself grace because I did, produce I did birth 2 babies not too long ago.
Yeah.
And, as you know too, like, yeah, like I'm in the 4th year of my business, like, it's a big juggling act, and I like if somebody could take care of my wardrobe that would be fantastic, so I'm thinking that a
Yes.
lot of mamas would probably feel the same way, and it kind of seems like this is your inspirational one of your focal points as to why you got into this.
Yes.
And what I've
Yes.
learned over the years with business and with being a service provider, which is what we are, is that it has to lead back to a bigger story, a bigger mission, a bigger
Mhm.
impact. And if your thing is with mamas, like that could be a really big calling.
Yeah. Definitely, that's one of my main callings. Like you said, I like to work with any kind of people, But basically, moms inspire me so much that I have the
Love
most fun working with,
that. Mhm,
because I can relate a lot, and I feel
mhm.
like you can feel that too when you work with any people that you work with. So it is great for me to get to know mamas like me and trying to get out there and do our best and look our best. Because I honestly, like you said, it's about feeling good with ourselves. So it like the thing that I feel like people gets confused on, it's like, oh, you have to have the perfect body or you have to be a Kim Kardashian. Like, no, it's not about that.
Mhm,
It's about being healthy, but being filled with yourself.
mhm,
So like what you need is just to find your style, find the thing that makes you feel comfortable, but like pretty and nice and like just wanted to be out there. but you don't have to look a certain way.
Right.
Like you don't have to lose weight. You don't have to like, no, no, no. It's not about that. Like accept yourself,
Yeah.
and then make yourself look better. You know,
Mhm.
like if you like, I just do my makeup for myself. I don't care if I don't not doing anything, but it makes me feel better. It
Yeah.
makes me like have more energy during my day.
I can, yeah.
So simple things like that.
I love that. Yeah, because so I'll like personal share, getting casted for the Blocks season 13. For those that don't know, it's an entrepreneurship show, a competitive entrepreneurship show.
Oh
And,
yeah.
we know that I knew that I was going to be on TV. So I went out and I bought some new clothes and I made sure that I had outfits put together for the, 5, 6 days that we were there. And that's not my usual attire. Usually I'm home,
Mhm.
I'm in sweats or, athleisure wear, working behind the computer screen, connecting with my clients and also being a mom. So
Yeah.
going out there, getting dressed, putting makeup on every day, like it was nice. It made me feel put together. And like, oh,
Mhm.
like this part of me exists too. Like I can still do this, and to what
Yes.
you said, yes, like in the body that you have right now, getting clothes that fit you, that make you feel confident. And Yvonne just did my color. Is it called a color analysis?
Color analysis. Yes.
Yeah, and it was so nice to see because it's like, okay, now I can look at these colors and pick a wardrobe that matches these things that would enhance my natural features and my skin tone and things of that sort, which is I think is so so amazing.
I think that that's important. I what I do is to make it easier for you, and like you can still wear the cute pants or whatever you want, but it still be cute. Like you can be comfortable, but be
Hmm.
cute
Hmm.
and feel good with yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to make easier for you. Okay, like maybe you want to be in your nice, comfy sweatshirt at home, but maybe it's a sweatshirt that it's in your right color and you will look better, and like you won't need as much makeup, things like that. So make things simpler like for the everyday woman who is busy all day, because I understand we are all busy. What we need is like the fast answer and the fast things to do, just like easy things to solve, so that's what I want to do, just to make it easier for hardworking women who are busy every day.
Mm. Okay, so you were saying that you struggled with anxiety for a long time,
Yes,
and then maybe in motherhood it was so much that it kind of led you to depression.
I have dealt with anxiety my whole life, and I didn't discover it until a few years back. So that led me to this depression, I guess. And it took me a while to understand that what I was living was anxiety. And once I started understanding that that was what happened to me, that's when I was like, okay, it wasn't me, and I was able to forgive myself. I mean, I was dealing with anxiety for my whole life, and then I just went to therapy with my after my depression. That gave me the insight that I needed to understand what was happening to me and how to really use that to focus more on my purpose, because I needed to find
Mm,
that purpose. So once I learned that, I know I was like, I've always looked at the in the outside like a very secure person. I feel like
mm,
we tend to mask some things that we sometimes don't feel that much in the inside, but we
for
tend to
sure.
mask. So I had to match that, and sometimes you start by your image. So
Yeah.
if you have to look the part, to play the part, then maybe
Yes.
that's what you need to do just to start, because that gives you the
Yes.
boost. Like you say, maybe people don't know what you're going through inside, because we are all going through things, and you will have
Hmm.
great moments and bad moments, but the thing is that it's normal. We're human, you
Yeah.
know? So I think that it helped me to understand that I just needed to focus also on myself, and I started going through my through. I went back to what I wanted to do. I started doing what I wanted to do, and yes, I definitely think that therapy is something that helped me a lot. I think that it was hard for me to accept because I'm also my culture.
Yeah.
I'm Mexican. I don't think we talk about mental health as much as we should,
Absolutely.
and sometimes it's like that's nothing. Like you're fine. Like what are you
Oh, it's not
complaining
real.
about? Yeah.
Hmm.
So it took me a long time to understand that I needed to really focus on that too, and that it is important, and that we need to talk about it because it's like a taboo thing in many cultures.
Yeah.
So I feel like once I accepted that, my life in general got better, not only in my business, but everything. I feel like we all talk about trauma, and I feel like every one of us has even a little trauma,
Absolutely.
um, so when I think like when I was a child too, like my parents put like a lot of responsibility on me. I was the oldest. My sisters were younger, and I was always the one to have to solve things. So I feel like that created on me some kind of anxiety.
Mm,
Actually, my dad has been dealing with anxiety too, and he just discovered that too. So it's not never too late to understand what's happening,
yeah,
um, and I saw that a characteristic on one of my children too, because I feel like once you have that as a family, it goes sometimes goes through all of the family tree. So
absolutely.
I started to see that characteristic in my oldest, and I was like, I don't want him to go through what I went through. I need to get
Mm,
better. I need to be a mom that takes care of her mental health to be able to help my children.
absolutely.
And that was a great discovery for me too. So when I took care of myself, I was able to not pass down that anxiety to my children, because sometimes you're like, don't do that, or I'm so worried about this, and like you don't
Mm,
even know that you're passing that to your children.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's beautiful. That's literally like the
Yeah,
the the mission behind the Conscious Motherhood Circle program of mine is
yeah,
just that, and you're like embodying it, which is beautiful. So I always
yeah.
teach mamas that. So first and foremost, anxiety can be passed down through DNA and through genetics,
Mhm.
and also the other part of just your environment, your culture, the way that you respond to things. Your children
Yeah.
are picking those behaviors up for their as their own. They're modeling
Yes.
you. So, if you're, timid or nervous, or you tend to be pessimistic or irritable because of your anxiety, which are super common symptoms,
Mhm.
then your children are going to learn to respond to stress in that same way, leading them to become anxious humans as well. So,
Mhm.
mama's, big worries usually is that, like, oh my God, all this trauma, all this stress, all my anxiety, I'm going to pass it on to my children. And they try to help
Mhm.
the children. And the biggest mistake is that you cannot help them
Very true.
unless you understand the beast that you are currently fighting, which is
Totally.
whatever traumas you went through, whatever things are causing you to be sad or anxious or nervous. And if
Mhm.
you, which you're doing, Yvonne, which I'm so happy and proud of you for, because you went to therapy and you looked at it in the face and all the things, now because you've conquered your own demons, your own battles, you can better help see, oh, my son maybe has this too, because I see
Yeah.
myself within him.
Mhm.
More empathy, more understanding, and then you're going to be better able to lead him out, guide him out, because you've already conquered your own.
Exactly. That's why I love also what you do. I'm like, I will be there on your next what is it, like, retreat? I
Cohort.
need to go. I
Yes,
need to
yes.
go there because I love it. I love what you do. I think that it's great. I honestly think that helping each other is the best thing that we can do, and like having this network of mamas that are going through the same thing always helps. So I love what you do, and I love that you can explain to me in a better way what I have been through. Because yes, I
Yeah,
mean it's real, and I think like it never works. It never stops. You have to keep working on yourself. Like if you think that
absolutely.
oh no, I have it all under control, like just take a step back and take it slow. You will have great days, and then maybe you will need a little help. Like I found myself like I have like a pause on my therapy, and now I'm like, oh, I discovered this new thing that I need to work on. And it's
Mm,
a different thing because now like being in my business, I'm like, oh, maybe I have some doubts of me doing this. Like we were talking about the imposter syndrome,
mhm.
and I feel like I live it every day. So I'm like, okay, I think it's normal too because I'm human, and
Yeah,
I gave myself some grace, but I also need to know that I can do this. So that's another step of my work that I need to do. And so for me, it's never ending. For me, I love learning every day. I love discovering things about myself that will help me on my journey.
yeah,
So for myself, I think that you should never stop working on yourself.
yeah. I want to talk more about that, girly. So
Yeah.
for people that are interested in going into business, or maybe are in the beginning phases, like what stood out to me
Hmm.
most is what you said earlier in the interview, was that it was either now or never. It was like, well, there's no better time than now to do it. And that's usually like the first hard step of like
Hmm.
accepting or being feeling empowered enough to make the bold, scary choice of putting yourself out there, because that's
Hmm.
scary. I always say that business is an extension of you, especially, as a creative, you are, this is completely artistic, color
Yeah.
analysis and image consulting, like, and so this is saying that
Yes.
like, this here's my art. I hope you like it. To the
Hmm. Yes.
world, which is very, very scary. So you took that first leap. You obviously, we were on the season together. You're talking about it, empowered and all the things, and then this real life factor. Me too. We still go through it of like, am I doing the right thing? Are people actually listening to this thing? Is this an actual movement, a mission? Like, am I helping people? And that little bit of doubt sometimes tends to creep in, and that is completely
Yeah.
normal. That's called having an ego, right? The ego questions, the ego has all these feelings, the ego feels. And so I think, for me and for all the business owners that I have counseled and guided, it's not that it ever goes away. You just get better at defeating that thought.
Hmm.
Sometimes in the beginning of your journey, that thought can linger for a couple of days, maybe even a week, and like, you're not doing anything to push the needle forward in your business, because it's so the voice is so loud and defeating that it feels like we shouldn't be doing what we're doing, and we have a
Hmm.
lot of doubt instilled in us. And then, over time, it's like, okay, I know this voice. It tends to come up when something is happening. And what you're saying earlier was like, you took a pause from therapy and now you want to go back because you've learned something else that you want to tackle, which I think is
Hmm.
fantastic. That is the healing journey, right? You go in, you get help, you conquer the thing, and then you're cruising for a little bit. Everything is good. You're using your coping skills. You're able to stabilize all the things, and then something new comes up. And for
Hmm.
me, business has been such a big blessing. I think for me, motherhood and business have been the biggest, my marriage too, have been the biggest mirrors for me as to what does Julissa have to work on? What are my insecurities, and what continues to come up that actually has nothing to do with business and has everything to do with my roots and how I conquered life at an earlier time and past traumas that are now coming up for me yet again, not so
Yeah.
drastically, but the remnants of what occurred in my past continue to show up in future things that I'm doing. And so what we're doing in the journey of entrepreneurship, and for me, it's just life.
Hmm.
What's coming up for me, and how is this teaching me more about myself that I get to now eradicate, alchemize, conquer yet again to be the better human, a better leader for me and my mission, which for me, that's what a business is. We're on a mission. Same thing as mamas. We're on a mission to make this next
Hmm.
generation, our children, the best humans they can possibly be, are our offspring,
Yeah.
So I think that you're conquering that, and you're simply you're up leveling, which is the best thing possible. You're up leveling, so these new insecurities are coming up for you, and this is an
Yeah.
opportunity to tackle them and to get to know yourself in a better way.
Yes, totally. Yeah, I feel like starting a business is hard, but it's also so rewarding, and it's never going to be the perfect moment. So you just have to start. No, we have been talking about it all this time in the blogs and different entrepreneurs, and like there will never be the best moment or the perfect moment. Just start doing it, and
Wow.
once you start, you will have, many things that you will have to work on yourself, on your business, on many things. But the important thing is that you never stop, that you
Yeah.
keep just doing the work.
I love that, girly. So, for anyone who is maybe, inspired by this conversation, they're like, you know what? I want to get my act together. I want to start dressing better and all the things. Can you give
Yeah.
our listeners a few quick points of like where they can start um, to feel better on the outside and hopefully helping them feel better on the inside?
Yes. So, first of all, I would say just accept yourself, but obviously, how can the exterior help you? Is just finding the right things that complement your body, your face. So, and you don't, I feel like a lot of people get confused by going by the trends. And it's like, oh,
Mm,
this is on trend right now, and I'm going to go get it. I mean, if you like it, then yeah, sure, go for it. But also, you have to look what you really enjoy and like and looks good on you. Because if it's not functional, and if it's not something
mm,
that you like to look like on yourself, then it won't work. So I always advise people to not go by trends, but just go
Mm,
by what you like, your style, and what is functional to what you do. If you're a mom and you want to be comfortable, then find things that are comfortable, but that make you
mm,
feel happy. Like don't go for just all black clothes. Find
yeah,
clothes that complement your skin, your body. So yes, I mean I also like to on my Instagram, I like to educate people on how to do this. So I talk about the colors that best suit you, the right shape of, well, not the right shape because there's different shapes. What I'm talking is like the kind of right clothes to wear with different shapes.
your body type.
So with your body type, exactly. And we all can look so good. It doesn't matter how you are, what color you are, what size you are. It doesn't matter. So,
Yeah,
but yes, I mean it's very I feel like it's very like your style is so unique that
mm,
I just want you to find what makes you feel happy, you
yeah.
know, and that will just make you feel better with yourself.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, like, I'm picturing someone who's listening to this podcast and they're like, okay, I'm inspired. Do they go to their closet? Like, what would be like the first easiest step of like, do I try on clothes that make me
Okay.
feel good and throw out what doesn't? Like, what would be a first step?
Yes. So if you want to do kind of like a wardrobe edit, yes, you go to your wardrobe and you start like what doesn't fit me anymore. Because if it doesn't fit you,
Mm,
like honestly, why you have it there? Like,
why do we have it there?
stop. Let's stop. Just
Guilty.
like just, and you don't have to throw it away. Sometimes like people are so afraid of like, oh, I don't want to donate this, or I just don't want to like just get rid of it. It's okay. Just get it out of your closet. Put it in a
Mhm.
bag, in a box somewhere. But all those clothes that you have and are taking just a space, make
Mm,
make yourself be more confused. When you go into your closet in the morning and you're like, I don't know what to
mm,
wear, but you have like hundreds of things that either don't fit you or like you don't wear them because you don't like them, they are just taking space there. So take them out. If you don't want to give them away, don't give them away right away, but just put them in a different place and just see how you feel. If you
mm,
didn't miss those things, it's because you don't need them anymore. So just get rid of them. If after a month you
mm.
didn't wear them, you didn't even think of them, you are ready to get rid of them.
Yeah.
So that would be one of the steps. The other ones, it's like it's always kind of good to organize by colors. I'd like to do that because you can go and then like, oh, okay, I need a white shirt, and then you're not like going through your closet like, where's the white shirt? You have all the whites here, all the blacks, whatever colors. That's
Mhm.
just easy to do.
Mm,
Another thing would be like, um, what I do with my clients is to find first like a wardrobe capsule, which would be what you wear the most. So be
mm,
honest with yourself. What
mm.
is it? What are the things that you're wearing the most? And
Okay.
put them in a different rack. And that's like, you got a shirt, you got a skirt, I don't know. Look at those clothes and try to define your style based on those clothes.
Hmm.
Because that will give you a hint of what you need to keep looking for the next time you go shopping. Because, like I said, sometimes we just want to buy what is on trend, and maybe that's not your style. So,
Mm.
if you look at what you're really wearing, that will give you a hint of what you really need to complete your outfit. So, maybe you're very formal. Maybe you like to buy more, I don't know, what would I say? Like more pants that are more like formal, or I don't know, any kind of like piece that you need, but go with that style that really you are wearing. Because if you're not wearing it, like, why are you getting stuff that it's just there
Right.
in your closet, taking up a space, and you're spending money on things that
That
you're not even going to wear?
that makes a lot of sense. So I'm thinking right now, like,
Yeah.
yeah, my closet is packed with things that I'm not
Hmm.
wearing that I could just alleviate that space and make it easier for me to find outfits every day. And so what you're saying, which makes a lot of sense, there's a lot of psychology behind this.
Hmm.
That makes a lot of sense is that, what are the outfits that you're wearing on a daily basis, or your most frequent outfits, and learn that is your style. Because I think a lot of times when we don't know what we want to wear, we buy things that are like, oh my God, this is so cute. And I want to be more like this person that wears this thing. But then you buy it and you don't wear it.
Hmm. Yeah.
So what about the person that is looking to up level their wardrobe a little bit, whatever that means to them? And so let's say that
Hmm.
the I'm thinking about moms, right? Let's think about like the outfits, or just anyone, the outfits that they always wear that
Hmm.
maybe are like sweats, or like
Hmm.
I don't know, they're like dingy and like it's just like this is like my comfort clothes. This is just what I always wear. But I would love to feel a little bit better in my
Yes.
daily wear. What's a quick, nothing that's going to be too overwhelming for them, that could be a quick
Mhm.
change that could either spruce up their outfit with maybe what they already have or what they could look for in stores that wouldn't be too big of an ask for them to just accentuate what they already have?
Yes, when I work with my clients, we try to define style based on three things. One of the things was that I told you about, just finding what you wear the most. The
Mm,
other thing is your personality. How would you describe your personality? So you choose kind of like a word. And the third thing is aspirational. What
aspiration.
would you
Mm,
like to be? What
mm,
is like what would you like to look like? You know?
mm,
So that gives you like a little hint, okay, maybe I have a closet full of comfy clothes, but I want to look more polished, let's say.
mm,
So then you have a third word that is like, okay, I'm next time I go looking for clothes, yes, I will look for comfortable clothes, but maybe that are more polished or more formal or whatever that word,
mm,
third word describes you or describes your aspirational thing that you want to get to. That's the thing that you should look for. Or maybe just
mm,
if you're trying to get to a new job, trying to see what people wear on those kind of shelves. Because, like I said, you have to look the part to play the
mm,
part. If
mhm.
you want to get that job, maybe you kind of need to look the part a little bit too. So
Yeah.
how are people dressing in that in those settings? You know, because it's
Mm,
very different from job to job, but you can look at that too. So I would say go for those things.
I
Think
love.
about where you want to be or how you want to look, and then what people are wearing on that same setting.
Okay,
Mhm.
I love that. So clearly, you are an expert in your field. This was super, super helpful. I think that everyone will have at least one to two tidbits to start doing on their own. But the reality is that if we really want to take this home, like we need some guidance, right? So where can people find you? How can they connect with you to learn more about what you do and get educated, and then possibly want to have a service with you? Where could they find you?
So I have my website. It's yvonne.com, yvonnecano.com. And you can also find me on my Instagram at Yvonne Cano Image. And then you can see all the work that I do there. I have many pictures and many videos of the people that I have worked with. So you can take a look and see if that's something that you would like to do. I also offer a free first consultation where you can talk to me because I like people to really
Mhm.
understand what they want to do. Like I won't sell something to you that you don't need. I like to talk to people and really understand what they are looking for and what they
Mm,
need so I can really offer you the service that you need or a
right.
package that you need. So I like to talk to people first, get to know you, and see if we are a right fit too, because that's always important that you feel comfortable with me. I want people to feel that they are well taken care of. So get that free consultation, to get that first consultation with me now, and we can talk and we can get to know each other and see what are your needs.
Perfect. Perfect. I love that, girly. Thank you so so much. This is very informational, insightful. I am like so proud of you for doing all the inner work that led you to this space.
Yeah.
And now you're able to help others. Like it's such a, it looks, I mean, I don't think it's a simple thing. I think wardrobe is a complicated thing, but to the outside looking in, it can seem like it's such a simple thing. But when you're putting on clothes, I feel like you're wearing a statement of like, who am I and how do I feel about myself? And am I putting the time and intention to create a wardrobe that really uplifts my spirits? And I think your success story of your struggles and going through it and continuing on your healing journey being combined with your mission behind your service, I think it's beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
think I think it's helping so many people. And even if they don't know the bigger mission behind it, that's your driving force why this is so important to you, and you are making those impacts whether they see it or not.
Mhm.
So thank you so much, Yvonne. This was a beautiful conversation. And I learned a lot. I hope our listeners learned a lot. Is there anything else that you would like to leave our audience with before we end this episode?
I mean, I like to be honest with myself, and I hope people will be honest with themselves too, because that's the first step to understand who you are and where you want to be. I hope I can inspire someone to be like, okay, I can do my thing too, And that's what I'm looking for, really. So I thank you for your time, and thank you all the listeners for having this opportunity to just hear what we have to say. And thank you. That's all.
Yay. All right, girly. We will be in touch soon. Bye for now.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
Thank you for tuning into Mindset Mastery with Julissa Edwards. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe to the podcast to receive future episodes packed with valuable insights. Remember to follow us on social media at thehealthy.highperformer for more inspiration, tips, and updates. If you found this episode helpful, we'd appreciate it if you could share it with your network and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. Your support means the world to us as we continue to empower high performers like you. Until next time, keep mastering your mindset and thriving as a healthy high performer.